This video is designed to help you start an electrical shop business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's an electrical shop business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful electrical shop business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Before starting an electrical business, the first thing you'll want to do is figure out how much your area actually needs another electrical business. Do your research and get answers to these questions on demand for the service. Is your community growing by leaps and bounds every year? More homes and commercial properties mean more need for electricians. Is there a big electrical business that recently went out of business, or moved to a different area? If your local area isn't building new homes, there could still be an opportunity for you in the existing market. When a big player shuts up shop, customers are left looking for another service provider. This could be you and your business. As the saying goes, timing is everything. Are homeowners in your area happy with the electrical services currently provided to them? Seek to understand the general sentiment for the service levels, and what it would take for competitors to switch their customers over to you. Demand is one factor for deciding to whether enter a market. You will also need to plan for additional staff, funding equipment, an office, insurance, and an online presence. Plus, how will you get customers? You'll want a marketing plan and a brand. Create a name. Once you're sure you want to start an electrical business, come up with a name for it. Try to choose something that will set your business apart from others. Some electricians opt to use their names to build up a sense of trust with their customers. Others get more creative to ensure people remember their names once they hear them. Regardless of which approach you choose to take, make sure you pick a name that will be easy to market to people later. It'll make your life a lot easier when it comes to attracting customers to your business. The name is your brand, and with a catchy byline, either you or a marketer will use it to attract visitors to your website, blog, and social presence. Yes, even electricians are on Facebook, Twitter, et al. Licenses, permits, and insurance. When starting an electrical business, you can't simply come up with a name and start showing up at people's houses to perform services. How will you legalize your business? Will you start off as self-employed, or set up an LLC? Get advice from an accountant. Plus, you need to obtain the proper licenses, permits, and insurance to work in your area. Make a trip to your local city hall, or town municipal building, to see what you'll need to do to get your business up and running. Have you decided whether your electrical business will cater mostly to homeowners or business owners? Some electricians choose to do both. But you may want to pick between providing residential or commercial electrical services, based on your level of experience and expertise. You also want to decide which services you'll provide for customers, regardless of whether you choose to serve homeowners, business owners, or both. You may want to specialize in one or two services or offer a long list of services to customers. If your plan is to offer more than a dozen services to home and business owners, you probably aren't going to be able to do it alone. You'll need help answering all the service calls you receive. If that's the case, hiring employees for your electrical business is a good idea. It'll allow you to serve more customers in less time. But there is also something to be said for starting an electrical business small, and allowing it to grow organically. Rather than dealing with multiple employees from the start, you might want to consider only hiring one or two helpers, if you hire any at all. Some of the biggest expenses you're going to encounter when starting an electrical business are the truck and tools you'll need to buy for your business. At the start, you might not need to rent a physical location for your electrical business. But it's going to be impossible to complete electrical jobs without a truck and tools. Think about purchasing a used truck when you first start and run your business out of it. Look around for used tools that you can upgrade later, once your business starts picking up steam. A website for your electrical business. Your website will inform visitors how to contact you, the services you provide, and the tips you have for them. It'll also allow you to tell them which areas you cover and what your hours are. Marketing. Use experts to set up your site, blog, and maybe start an online ad campaign. While you can blog about improving energy efficiency around the home, SEO and marketing are specialized roles that should be outsourced to professionals. Use agencies or freelancers for marketing, social media, and SEO, and start the hiring process with referrals from your friends or family. Also, be open to running ads on a local radio station or putting an ad in the newspaper. But your marketer can also start advertising by kicking off a social media campaign on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Starting an electrical business can be the best career move you'll ever make. If you're an experienced electrician, and you know there's a demand for an electrician like you in your area. Starting an electrical business on your own is smart. You can make your own hours, bring in your own money, and run your electrical business the way you think it should be run. You'll find it very fulfilling, and you will be glad you started a business if you follow all the steps listed here first. The next part of the video is not specific to an electrical shop business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the electrical shop business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful electrical shop business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these 2 extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running an electrical shop business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free electrical shop business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.